Hi, my name is Liz, and today what we're going to be doing is we're talking about operations of decimals using base 10 blocks. Base 10 blocks are a form of manipulatives, which is an object designed to help students have something to mess with and move around while they're working with math and other different subjects. It is just something to hold on to in order to help move things around and understand. Today we're using base 10 blocks. We have a flat, a long, and a unit, 100, 10, and 1. However, you're probably thinking, well, how do I do this with a decimal? Well, as you can see, these are just a place value. And so when we're doing operations with decimals, the place value of this just moves. And so today, this is not going to be a 100, it's going to be a 1. This is going to be a tenth, and this is going to be a hundredth. Alright, so let's get working on. Our first one is going to be an addition problem, and it's 1.2 plus 3.91. So let's get this laid out. We have 1 and 2, 3, 9, and 1. Alright, so first things first, you have to just combine these, and these are obviously 4. However, when you get down into the tenths, you have to do some rearranging because you can't have more than 10 in a spot as the rule for base 10 blocks. So we have 9 here and 1 over here, which makes a flat, and so we move this up here. And then what we have left is 1/10 and 1/100. So our answer is 5/11 hundredths. Alright, moving on now, we're going to try some subtraction. So our subtraction problem is going to be 5/8 minus 2/5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 longs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and our problem is to subtract that from 2/5. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the subtracting of the 2's. So we're just going to subtract 2 from our 5, which gives us 3 up here. And then we're going to subtract our 5 from our 8. So that's going to leave us with 3 and 3/10. Alright, so let's maybe try a harder one that involves some shifting around. This one's going to be 6/7. Alright. And this time we're subtracting 3/9. Now right now you're looking at this and you can't subtract 9 from 7. So what we have to do is we have to take one of our flats and we have to substitute it for 10 more longs because a flat is 10 longs. So alright, now we have 17 longs and we can subtract 9 from 17. So and if we move that over, that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a 7. So we have 5 7s. Alright, now that we have that, let's move on to something more difficult, which is multiplication. Now with multiplication, the same rule applies. However, we're going to set it up differently. We are going to set it up as we have 1/5 multiplied by 3/1. So we have 1, and in this case we are also going down one more, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have 3 and 1. So in this case, when we're multiplying in a lattice form. So we have 10 times 10, which we know is 1, and we're going to do that 3 times. And then here we're going to have 1 multiplied by a flat, which is going to be this. And then we have 1 We're just going to go over in the lattice. So 1 times 10 is along, all the way down. And we're going to do that 5 times for each long that it conjoins with down the line. And then down here we have the 1s and the 1s together, which makes another 1. Because in our rule of multiplication we know that anything times 1 is itself. Alright, and now we have this big mess of things. And it looks like a mess, but it really isn't. What we're going to do is we're going to pull away what we have multiplied by. And that's going to leave us with this. Now you're going to ask, what do you do with this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to combine them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 and 5 we know is going to be upgraded to a flat. So we're going to put that here. And that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 longs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can't do anything more with these because there's only 5 of them and you need 10 to move up. So our answer is going to be 4 6/5. Alright, moving on, we're going to do some division. Now, division is really, really tricky because it's more than just laying them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay it out like this. We are going to do 8/8 divided by 2, 2. So we have 8 of these blocks here. And we're going to have 8 of these guys, because that's what it says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's going to be divided by 2.2. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to break them up into sections of 2. So we have 2, 2, 2. 2.2 is here. Another 2.2 is here. Here and here. Now this one's a pretty simple one because as you can see, they are broken up into clear groups, and so the answer is going to be 4. And there are different ones that we lay out kind of in the way of multiplication, but for today, so you can see it, we're just going to do this one. And it's very easily 4 because we've broken up the 8.8 into 2.2 groups. Now when you're dividing, you just want to remember that it's not always going to be this pretty. And you guys are going to have to regroup sometime too. So let's take what we learned today and go apply it in the classroom.